get up and close and personal with our 4 main event fighters. There's 8 of them. Here's Thomas Trott.
Our next 2 fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the vacant WBO lightweight championship of the world. Let's first welcome to the ring, from Maidstone, Kent, England, undefeated with 17 wins. 15 of his 17 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 8 by Ring Magazine, he is the former British and European champion. Let's welcome Sam Midge Noakes.
Sam Noakes with his first ever world title opportunity, and he would probably say Abdullah Mason's the perfect opponent for me, and Mason would probably say Noakes is the perfect opponent for me.
Yeah, I mean, Todd, it's one of those rare fights you have where both guys are stepping up, way up in class for the first time. Both Mason and Noakes, you look at their resumes, no real noticeable names on the ledgers.
But I love the style matchup. Noakes, both of them have power, but Noakes comes behind, heavy hands. It comes up, on the front foot. He's always giving physical pressure. He wants to go for the knockout, beat you down. When it comes to Mason, it's behind speed, long punches, that southpaw stance, wicked punch variation. Watch out for the uppercuts, watch out for the left hand. Noakes, he's going to be in front of you, so it's going to be a physical fight.
Sergio, I'm not sure if you know the odds for this fight or not, but if you were handicapping it, what would you set the line at for Noakes versus Mason?
Look, when it comes to a power puncher and a fast fighter, I'm always going to favor speed. So I'm going to favor speed on this one. That's Mason.
Mason, a 4.5-to-1 favorite over Sam Noakes.
There you go.
What impresses you the most about Sam Noakes, Mike?
Like you said, it's that power jab, and he has a powerful right hand behind it too. I think he's going to be the more physical, stronger guy in there. But like Sergio said, Mason's really flashy, and a lot of people have him pegged as a potential pound-for-pound #1 guy in the future.
He has pound-for-pound talent, but what I really like about Sam Noakes is body punching. He digs down to the body really nicely. His last couple of opponents he's put down to the canvas on body shots. If he can get the attention of Mason to the body, maybe he can holster those long arms, and we got something.
And of course, everyone has been following Abdullah Mason's career knows Mason has been dropped twice in the first round, so that's got to give Noakes a little, hey, I can do it if he can do it. Put this guy down.
And look, Todd, earlier, right, we mentioned the January 24th fight, Raymond Rotaya, Andy Cruz title fight. Why not the winners against each other in a unification?
Hey, you know some powerful people, Mike. Maybe you can make that happen.
Maybe.
Thank you very much to the undefeated Sam Midge Noakes.
You didn't show us much. We were expecting to see some snapping there. What happened? Are you just trying to hide everything until Saturday?
No, I've not really got much to show, to be honest with you.
You've just done everything and now you're just giving us a glimpse, that's it?
Well, I'm keeping it spicy and making sure you tune in Saturday night, but yeah, we're nearly there now, so I don't need to be doing too much in here.
But just between you and I, forget about the guys up there.
It's easy said.
We know that there's a lot of power behind those hands. There's a lot of wanting and desire. This is the first time that you get a chance for a title. Do we expect power, explosiveness?
Yeah, of course. I think the record speaks for itself, but I think we're going to get that from both guys, and I think that's probably why we're going to steal the show.
And that's what we're looking for. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me again.
And now let's welcome to the ring, from Cleveland, Ohio, USA. He is a Ring Magazine ambassador, undefeated with 19 wins. 17 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine, he is the former NABF and WBO NABO champion. Let's welcome Abdullah Mason.
Abdullah Mason dressed like he's making the real ring walk right now. Gloves on, ready to bang it out. And if he wins on Saturday night, guys, he'll become the youngest man to hold a widely recognized world title. He'll be 21 years and 207 days old. The WBO Super Welterweight champion and top-ranked stablemate Xander Zayas currently holds that honor. He is 23 years old.
And before that, it was Bam Rodriguez.
once upon a time, it was David Benavidez in the main event.
Wasn't it also Devin Haney once upon a time?
Yeah, we got a bunch of young champions on this card.
How old were you when you won your first title, or your only title, sir?
I was 28 years old, Todd. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. Well, what is it about Abdullah Mason that has so many people high on him?
Everything. Everything.
Really?
I'm telling you right now, when you're watching him, I can't wait to watch him in person, but when I watch him on film, when I watch him on tape, when I watch his prior fights, incredible power, patience, discipline, long, strong, body punching. That's the main thing. You know I love body punching, Todd, but whenever you see it from a fighter that's, you know, a tall, long fighter that should be on the outside, maintaining range, he loves fighting on the inside. He's mean. He slings his shots, and he's TV friendly. Everything.
Well, you know, the WBO lightweight title, which he's fighting for Saturday night, was the first world title that Terrence Crawford captured on his way to the pound-for-pound list. So those could see it as a nice starting point for him.
Right. And Crawford went overseas, too. He went to Glasgow, Scotland, to defeat Ricky Burns for that title. You saw Mason. He just took off the Ring Magazine hoodie. He's one of the Ring Magazine ambassadors. So one fighter to watch for, and not that many guys have that title. And he's managed by music mogul James Prince, who, of course, guided Floyd Mayweather.
Sergio, it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the boxer, but the uglier the fight is, the better it is for Nose. The prettier, the slicker, the more open it is, it's better for Mason.
Not necessarily. Mason likes to intercept in between the shots. We've seen that when he got dropped twice in an exciting gunslinging fight. He was looking for the shots while his opponent had him hurt. That's the type of excitement that he brings to the table, but he has the better timing. And whenever you're in a fist fight like that, in a slugfest, whoever has the best technique is ultimately going to win in the end, and Mason has that.
Abdullah, part of a fighting family. He's got 5 brothers, 3 older ones, Amir, Adel, and Abdurrahman, and 1 younger brother, Ibrahim, and they all fight trained by the father, Valiant Mason. So you had to fight every day around that house.
Yeah, and they fight out of Cleveland, Ohio. Obviously, you know, Don King, right? Don King, Ohio guy, Al Heyman, so rich boxing state.
But he signed with Bob Arum, your good friend, Mike, who called him one of the most electrifying fighters he's ever seen.
That's right, my good buddy.
Thank you very much to the undefeated Abdullah Mason.
Abdullah. Oh, he's not done.
Don't hurt yourself, Abdullah. Come on. He's rolling the dice, Mike.
Could you imagine?
Yes, I was imagining it just then.
No, let's not imagine that.
Okay.
That was a nice show of athleticism right there, and all eyes are on you. Obviously, you're looking to make history while you're following others' history, like Bud Crawford. This was his first title, and he actually had to go out of the country to find his first title. How do you feel following those footsteps?
It feels amazing. Right now, we just floating, man. We coming from Cleveland, and we bringing our titles back to Cleveland, Ohio. So we having fun with it, and I can't wait for Saturday.
What was that all about? Because we were like getting ready to go into the year. I was going to just make sure you didn't get hurt. What was that all about?
Just having a little bit of fun while we're here. You know, we do that inside the ring every time we step in here. You know, this is where I have fun at.
We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBC, WBO, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championships of the World. Let's welcome, from La Boca, Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is undefeated with 18 wins. 9 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked #1 by Ring Magazine this Saturday, he will be the reigning and defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the World. Here is Fernando El Puma Martinez.
Puma Martinez, this guy, Sergio, comes to fight, and he will not take a step back. He's going to go right after Bam, is he not?
Hey, a proud Argentinian fighter with heavy hands, looking to get on the inside, loves hooking, left and right hooks. Everything comes around the guard. This is the type of fighter that's always looking to hurt you. Exciting fighter, but the good news is Bam is going to meet him in the inside as well. So we got a pressure fighter versus a pressure fighter with different styles and footwork.
That's right. You never hook with a hooker, right, Sergio?
I guess not.
Well, one thing we need to point out, Bam will not be here tonight. He will be there Saturday, don't worry. But right now, his wife is currently in labor. He is at the hotel corresponding with her on FaceTime. So we wish them the best of luck. Can't wait to hear the story about his newborn son on Saturday. But right now, all eyes on Puma. But it was Pumita for a while, Little Puma, but now he's just the big Puma, I assume.
Yes, Todd Jr. It's Pumita.
Pumita.
You know, I think it's kind of like, you know, it used to be Little Bow Wow, and then he was just Bow Wow.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
And then the pants slowly turned forward. That's when he went through puberty. Sergio, Argentinian fighters. There's Mexican style, then there's, to me, Argentinian style. What would you say are the differences between those?
Argentinians are stronger. They have heavier hands. They probably punch a little harder. They have a very muscular torso. You know, they like to make fights really physical. You know, Carlos Baldomir was a perfect example of that. You know, how strong he was on the inside. But they can be outboxed. That's the thing about them. Even though they have good feet, educated feet, they can be outboxed. But when it comes to Martinez, we see that he's really quick with his hands. He has quick feet. He's going to need that against Bam Rodriguez, who has the best footwork in boxing compared to Usyk.
And the trainer, or excuse me, the manager and promoter for Fernando Martinez is none other than Marcos Maidana.
Marcos Maidana, hell of a fighter. Some of the heaviest hands we've ever seen. I still remember when he got up from that first round knockdown against Amir Khan. I couldn't believe it. That was an incredible body shot he took.
Well, the fight against Adrian Broner, according to Robert Garcia, was the best night of his training career.
Look, I talk about strength with Argentinians. That's the one-handed push-ups. I don't know if you ever tried that. No, I've never been able to do it.
You can't do it.
No,
I've never been able to do that.
No, but you can look. You can tell this guy's no joke. You see the way he moves around the ring. He's light on his feet. His hands are pretty fast. I think Bam's in for a tough, tough night.
Sergio, what's the key to victory for Fernando against Bam Rodriguez? No one's been able to figure that puzzle out yet.
It's going to be a little bit of boxing, a little bit of fighting, but you can't get over aggressive with Bam Rodriguez. You seen what happened to Carlos Cuadras when you get over aggressive. That's the thing. You got to sometimes let him come to you. Get on the back foot. So you got to be boxer, you got to be fighter, you got to blend the two. That's how you beat someone like Bam. You got to have a hybrid of both.
Look at that physique from Fernando Martinez. He looks angry too. Look at him. He wants to fight right now.
Yeah, and look, this guy's battle tested. He went over to Japan twice last year and defeated none other than Kazuto Ioka twice. So he's a road warrior, and I think he's ready to go. I think he has the style to beat Bam. I'm not picking him, but I think he has the style.
Thank you very much to the defending world champion, Fernando El Puma Martinez.
Well, we got a chance to see some serious workout right there. Would you consider this the best condition you've ever been in your career?
Pues te vimos ahí haciendo un workout así fuerte. ¿Piensas que estás en tus mejores condiciones en tu carrera boxística?
Estoy en mis mejores condiciones, con máxima experiencia. La verdad que me siento muy bien y para hacer historia para toda la Argentina.
Yeah, I feel great. You know, I feel like I'm in my best moment in terms of my physical attributes at the moment, also in terms of my experience, and I'm ready to make history for Argentina.
We did not get a chance to see you doing any exchange with Calabrese, who's been with you since you were 14 years old. But can you give us an idea of what changed looking to face Bam Rodriguez this weekend?
Sí, no te vemos como hace mucho de boxeo, pero obviamente tenemos Calabrese, tu entrenadora, llevan 14 años juntos. Pero ¿qué cambios que hay que hacer el sábado en la pelea con Bam Rodriguez?
Ser un poco más inteligente, fijarse cuando hay que fajarse, cuando no, cuando hay que boxear. Pero venimos muy bien entrenados para hacer guerra, así que estamos muy bien confiados. Y bueno, saludo para toda la Argentina, para mi mamá, para mi señora Micaela, Elunei, Alma, mis hijas, para todos mis hermanos. Los amo. Aguanta Argentina, muchísimas gracias. Arabia y bueno, agradecerle al Turqui por esta gran velada histórica que se va a hacer, a Luisito de Cuba Junior. A Heyman, bueno, mi promotora Chino Mañana Promotion, así que muchísimas gracias.
Yeah, so first I want to say, I think in the fight what I need to do is I need to be a little bit more intelligent. I need to have a tear-up when I need to have a tear-up. But as I said, I've come here now prepared for a war. We're very confident. I feel like we're going to go into this fight and do our best. I want to say thanks to a lot of people as well here. I want to say thanks to Saudi Arabia, to Turkey Al-Sheikh, to Al Heyman, to Luisito de Cuba. I want to say also hello to all the people back home in Argentina, to my mom, to my wife, Nika, to my daughters, to my brothers. I love you all. And I want to say thanks again to Turkey for putting on such a great historic card here in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday.
Muchas gracias y toda la suerte para el sábado.
By the way, shout out to our translator, Kieran, who does a magnificent job. He speaks better Spanish than you do, Sergio.
Well, he gets paid for it, but yeah, he's probably the best in the game right now.
A reminder that Ring 4 Fight Night of Champions is available to buy now at DAZN.com. But this event is included as part of our Ultimate Package, a new subscription offer that includes over 180 fight nights and a minimum of 12 pay-per-view events for one annual fee. With so many mega cards set to be announced in 2026, this is the best value for money package for the ultimate boxing fan.
Yeah, and Todd, of course, after this, we have a big one next month, part of the package, December 27th, right here in Riyadh. Night of the Samurai, they're calling it, because there's all Japanese fighters. Naoya Inoue, Junso Nakatani, and even Kenshiro Taraji.
Arigato for bringing that up, Mike. Back down to Thomas.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Oakland, California, USA. He is undefeated with 32 wins. 15 of his 32 wins come by way of knockout. He is the former undisputed lightweight world champion and former WBC super lightweight world champion. Let's welcome Devin the Dream Haney.
Devin Haney, a man that seeks out, it seems, Sergio, the toughest, biggest names out there, and he just finds a way to win.
Just look at his resume. That would explain it itself. I mean, the man right there has had a dream career so far, undefeated, has faced adversity with Ryan Garcia, but he picked himself up from the canvas, showed heart, showed that he can still try to win and keep that undefeated record, which he did. And he also knows how to outbox fighters that are supposed to test him, like Regis Prograis in a masterclass. So what are we going to see against one of the hardest punchers, if not the hardest puncher at welterweight? A boxing lesson, or is he going to have to fight off Norman?
Look, Devin Haney, I think it's a bad rap, you know. Yes, the Jose Ramirez fight was tactical, but he's been in a lot of exciting fights, too. The Vasily Lomachenko fight was a thriller, so I do think he's more than capable of fighting him off.
Okay, Mike, but I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Just like Norman Jr. said, Loma was older, Loma was smaller. We're dealing with a man in Haney that's moving up in weight division, a new weight division, against one of the hardest punchers. How do you beat one of the hardest punchers in the game when you're a new welterweight?
I think you do it by using your feet, using your skills, turning Norman when he has him on the ropes, and just being the smarter fighter in there.
Listen, if there's a kryptonite to Devin Haney, at least on film, it's the left hook. Garcia caught him with 3 big ones and he went down. Brian Norman's got a hell of a left hook too. It picked him up the knockout of the year over in Japan.
Yeah, but he also got rocked by a right hand by Linares, so it's a right or a left. We've seen him rock before, and if this man, Brian Norman Jr., just glancing you or tips you on the chin, it's gonna be bad news.
But that's if it can catch him. Jose Ramirez only landed 30 punches, I think, in their fight in New York.
Yeah, I was ringside for that fight, Todd. He was punching at air. So, look, again, Brian Norman, props to him. Explosive knockouts in title fights against Jin Sasaki, against Giovanni Santin. Devin Haney is levels and levels above those guys.
Thank you very much to the undefeated challenger, Devin the Dream Haney.
Well, that was a good display. How excited are you? You're just a few days away. Anything new between yesterday and today?
Yeah, I mean, alhamdulillah, I'm happy to be here. Nothing has changed. It's all business. I thank Allah for this opportunity, and now it's just time for me to do work.
We saw a little bit of your speed. We saw a little bit of that footwork. Is this a glimpse of what we're going to see on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm going to go in there and put on a great performance, show how great I really am, and become champion again, inshallah.
And we saw that you're definitely looking good and healthy, and for that, I just got to talk to Mr. Haney here. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I know that you always work with Devin in the best condition and always making sure he's on point. Was there anything different looking at a higher division?
They're in trouble. They're in trouble. You're going to see a whole different Devin. He's on a different level, and you're going to see it's nothing else to talk about.
No more words.
Nothing.
Just throw hands.
They're in trouble.
There you go. Thank you very much. Best of luck on Saturday. Best of luck. Thank you.
I've never heard Phil Haney not talk when he's been given a microphone in front of him. I've never heard him shut himself up.
I've heard him cuss you out before.
That's all right. That was classic. You must be jet lagged, Todd.
Yeah, that's wrong. We're going to hear from Devin Haney in just a minute. He's going to come up here and join us. But right now, back down to Thomas.
Now let's welcome the defending champion from Decatur, Georgia, USA. He is undefeated with 28 wins. 22 of his 28 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked #1 by Ring Magazine this Saturday, the reigning and defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, known as the Assassin 2, Brian Norman Jr.
Sergio, you said this guy's the heaviest hitter at 147 pounds. Is a fighter like this just born with that kind of power, or is it in his technique?
That's $1 million question, but yes, you're born with power. Technique helps, but you can't teach it. No matter how many weights you lift, no matter how any workout you do, you're born with it. And that man right there from down south, he has that in him. But power is not everything. Power is not everything, because this man that's coming to the stage right now, Devin Haney, has faced, what's up, champ? He's faced power before, and when it comes to power, technique and speed and game plan beats just that.
And yes, joining us here on set in studio is the dream himself, Devin Haney. Your father said this training camp, you took it to a whole new level. What did he mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, I was very motivated this fight. I know how, good Brian Norman is. I know how hungry he is. So for this training camp, I had to just, take it up a few notches and really push myself.
And look, Devin, I give you a lot of credit, right? Because you don't duck any challenges. A lot of guys, we saw Boots Ennis, right? He needed a tune-up fight at 154. Not you. First fight at 147, fighting the top guy in the ring rankings.
Yeah, no, I mean, no disrespect to nobody, but I don't believe in tune-up fights. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. I want to prove myself. I want to become champion again, and I want to get back on the throne, back on the pound-for-pound list where I once was.
How do you do just that? How do you do that, Haney? I mean, do you have to box for 12 rounds? Do you have to fight them? A little bit of both? Is it going to be the jab the main weapon? What is it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I look to bring out my whole arsenal. I want to show that I can box. I want to show that I can fight on the inside. I want to show everything. I want to show everything that Devin Haney is made of, and just show that experience really matters, and how great I really am.
In your face-off special on DAZN with Brian Norman, you said he's just another guy, nothing special. Do you really believe that he's just another fighter on the list, or?
No, I think that he's a good fighter. I take nothing away from him. I think that he's a really good fighter, and I think that he's just gonna bring the best out of me.
Do you fear his power?
No, I don't fear no one or nothing but Allah.
Devin, you said yesterday, right, that when you're sparring, you feel a lot better, you're more aggressive, you have more power because you're not weight drains. And I've seen you, right? I would mention that when I was with you at the Ryan Garcia fight, you were wobbly at the press conference, and I've seen you spar a lot, and you are aggressive. Do you think Brian Norman's going to feel your power too?
Yeah, I mean, I think Brian Norman will definitely feel my power. But I think what really separates me in this fight is my skill set and my experience. I think at the top, everybody can punch hard. Everybody can, can punch. But I think that he will see something that he's never seen before on fight night.
All right, Devin, thanks for this time, and good luck to you on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Devin,
luck,
the Dream Haney. And now we get to send it back down into the ring as Brian Norman Jr. has just wrapped up. He's with Claudia.
I know I'm tiny. I get lost in the crowd, but it's okay. It's your time. How does it feel to have all these lights shining on you?
Hey, this is what I put the work in for. This is what I was made for. Shoot, this is just my territory right here.
And I see you getting a little bit warmer and a little bit more cozier, because you were kind of dry with me yesterday, and today you're posing for the cameras. What's up with that? I can't believe you were so dry, and today, look at the cameras were all over you. What happened between yesterday and today?
Shoot, we're getting closer to the fight time. I'm getting more and more excited because I'm at that time, and I'm ready for that.
So by Saturday, I expect all smiles?
Something like that.
And power?
Something like that.
All righty then. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm so hard-headed at first. My grandma didn't even believe in me. I kept going.
Ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated main event this Saturday is scheduled for 12 rounds. It will be for the WBC and WBA light heavyweight championships of the world. Let's first welcome the challenger. Coming to us from London, England, he brings a professional record of 27 wins, 3 defeats. 24 of his 27 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine, he is a former 2-time world title challenger. Here is Anthony, the Beast from the East, Yarde.
Well, Sergio, you think he's got a real chance to win this fight. Las Vegas couldn't disagree with you more. He's a 10-1 underdog. What do you see that they don't?
I see a lot that they don't. And you know what? Normally I'm with the odds makers, but that's ridiculous. Those odds are ridiculous. This man right here has power. He's been in there against power punchers. They have the same amount of fights. Him and Benavidez, he has a higher knockout ratio. So the fact that he's a bigger man, the fact that he's a bigger puncher, the fact that he's 0-2 in title fights, it's the third time. That's it.
Bernard Hopkins won his world title on his third try.
That's what I'm trying to say. So look, there's only a certain amount of championship fights fighters have. So it's do or die for him, all that, back against the rope. It's a perfect time for this guy to do something special against a monster, a Mexican monster like David Benavidez.
Yeah, Beast from the East. I thought that was Bam Bam Bigelow's nickname, Todd. Another guy that didn't really win the big one. So he's going to try to get over the hump. I think he's learned a lot, though, from those 2 fights. Sergey Kovalev and Artur Beterbiev are massive punchers, and Benavidez probably doesn't even punch as well as those guys, so he can take the power, but can he deliver it?
I saw a great stat earlier today doing my research. We saw Anthony Yarde fade late in those losses to Beterbiev and Kovalev. In his last fight against Lyndon Arthur in rounds 11 and 12, he threw more punches than any rounds previous in that fight. That shows me that he's in better shape than ever. Sergio, he's kind of figured out how to close strong. That could prove to be the winning formula for Saturday night.
Anthony Yarde got a late start to boxing. He didn't have a big or wide amateur pedigree. So this is a man that's really learning on the job on the championship level, though. So he's hurting fighters that are accustomed to doing the hurting, like Beterbiev, like Kovalev, and others. Lyndon Arthur's a different story. He just is a bad style matchup for a style like Yarde, but he ended up knocking him out after 3 fights as well. So he's smart, he works hard, he's a bigger fighter, he's a stronger fighter, and it's time for him to shine on Saturday.
Anthony Yarde, afraid of no man. Kind of like Devin Haney, Anthony Yarde taking these fights. No one said, you're not ready for Kovalev. He said, I want Kovalev. You don't want to go anywhere near Beterbiev, especially in Russia. He said, take me there. That's what this guy wants to do. That's what he's got a chance to do here against David Benavidez, who's on almost everybody's pound-for-pound list.
Yeah, and I don't think, Todd, that you can overstate just how close he was to finishing off both Kovalev and Beterbiev. I mean, Kovalev was like 2 more punches away from being put to sleep.
Sergio, what's it going to take for him to beat Benavidez?
the left hook. It's going to be a left hook, and he has to exchange with Benavidez because he's a stronger puncher, but he's not faster. He doesn't have faster hands than Benavidez. He doesn't have the explosiveness of Benavidez. So in order to compete with that speed, you got to intercept that speed, and he has a mean left hook.
And, you know, he's got a little bit of a Derek Chisora vibe to him because he always looks tired. He always looks like he could be knocked out at any second, and then all of a sudden he comes back to life.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think you're right. I think he's going to have a better gas tank this time. When I spoke to him recently, he said he learned a lot from those two experiences against Beterbiev and Kovalev, and I think he's going to pace himself better in this fight.
Look, power punchers, real power punchers like Yarde, like Kovalev and others, they're not made for the distance. They're accustomed to taking guys out early. So whenever they get to the later rounds, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, of course they start gassing out because they're not. It's unknown territory to them. But now it's not unknown for Yarde. He's been there. He's done that. He's gone through the fire. He's learned from that fire. So hopefully that experience pays off.
Anthony Yarde will the third time be the charm as he gets a shot at a light heavyweight world championship here in Riyadh.
Thank you very much to the challenger, Anthony, the Beast from the East, Yarde.
Ring 4 Night of Champions available for purchase now at DAZN.com. This event included in the ultimate package, 12 or more pay-per-views guaranteed, including 180 fight nights a year, 1 subscription. Mike, here's your chance to be a shill. Tell them what they can win with this ultimate package.
Well, they get to see David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, of course, Todd, on Saturday. And the word co-main is thrown around too much, but I think Devin Haney and Brian Norman is a true co-main. It could be a main event on any show in the U.S.
Bam Rodriguez, Puma, Martinez, Sergio, that one could steal the show.
I think it will steal the show. Brian Norman, that's a favorite, though. Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, I think that's the fight that everyone's expecting. But look, I'm telling you right now, Mason and Noakes is going to be exciting. This is a stacked card from beginning to end.
We're going to be speaking to Anthony Yarde here in just a moment, right after David Benavidez makes his walk to the ring for his open workout.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Phoenix, Arizona, USA. He is undefeated with 30 wins. 24 of his 30 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 2 by Ring Magazine, he is the former WBC super middleweight world champion. And this Saturday, the reigning and defending WBC and WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
The Mexican Monster, Sergio, he's been in with some fantastic fighters, but in your opinion, is Anthony Yarde going to put up the biggest test of his career?
Well, you're looking at another monster there. I mean, look, I like sizing fighters up, and I've sized up Benavidez yesterday, and I'm sizing up Yarde right now. You could definitely see who the natural light heavyweight fighter is. Benavidez has the speed. This man has the power. This is the reason. This is the fight everyone's looking forward to.
Anthony Yarde joining us on stage now. By the way, Sergio was talking a lot of shit about you a while ago. Now he's being a nice guy. Did you hear how nice he is right now? Anthony, how does this preparation compare to your fights against Beterbiev and Kovalev? I mean, you were certainly probably a lot more nervous back then. You've been through those wars now. Does this feel different to you?
No, I don't know why. I actually don't know why, but I don't really get nervous for my fights, especially when I made it to a certain level. Even when I went out to Russia, there was just no nerves. Some people say, like you're crazy or that's weird. I think it's because where I come from, even the level I've made it to already, it's like, it's all just pluses. I can't explain it, but even to be here for the third time, fighting someone, you know, like David Benavidez, on an occasion like this, amazing.
How do you beat a fighter like Benavidez? Do you have to exchange with him? Are you going to
land on his chin.
Oh, I know that. But you can box as well. We're accustomed to seeing Benavidez in the front foot. I've seen you move laterally, move backwards, and of course, going forward, looking for the knockout. Are you going to have to do a little bit of both to beat the monster?
I feel like we have to just wait and see.
Come on, give us something.
No, it's not that I'm not giving you nothing. It's one of them things where you only know one shot in front of somebody. I can say anything to you. I can lie and try to sell the fight. I think what sells this fight naturally and organically is the fact that people have seen us both fight. People know our styles. People know how I approach my career. I approach it like a professional, and on occasions like this, you see the best of me. So I feel like stylistically, it's inevitable you're going to get a clash because he likes to come forward, I like to come forward. I like to look for a knockout victory, he likes to look for a knockout victory. I just feel like it's a clash. I'm a natural light heavyweight, been a light heavyweight my whole career. He's moved up. He's trying to conquer and do whatever he wants to do in his career, and I need to become world champion. I'm going to become world champion, so it's just one of them clashes.
Third time's the charm for that world championship.
Yeah, and you're a real war warrior, right? You're fighting Benavidez here in Riyadh on Saturday. You fought Kovalev in Russia. What do you visualize when you look, when you think about Saturday night? What do you visualize?
Getting the victory. That's all that's on my mind. How it happens, we don't know. But this fight just feels right. I can't explain it, but everything, the way it's all happened, the occasion, it just seems like it's right, like a fruit.
I need to apologize for the bad language. I was the guilty party, by the way. Hopefully my mom's not watching. Correct me if I'm wrong. We were talking about this earlier. I feel like you've now found a second win, so to speak. You're closing fights stronger. Earlier in your career, maybe a little criticism that you're running out of gas. Is that a fair assessment?
Fair. I take all of my criticisms. I take all of them because I thought that's the only way you can grow. Some people don't like to get criticism. I feel like the only time there's going to be criticism is when there's a fault there in someone's eyes. Even Roy Jones Jr., he got criticised in his prime. Mike Tyson, he went the distance one time, he started getting criticised. And then you got people like myself, I can honestly look back at my fights, look at certain situations and say, I could be better there, I could be better there. But it's all about progression.
And then, of course, Anthony, the fight's going to be around 5 a.m. here in Riyadh. But that means that you're going to have a chance to show the U.S. audience what you can do in the ring. It's going to be around 9 p.m. East Coast time, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. What do you want to show the American boxing fans?
Well, with all my fights, I want to impress. I want to be entertaining. That's just my style. That's the reason I got into boxing. Mike Tyson was a big inspiration for me. And, before I knew about boxing, I didn't know nothing about weight classes. All I saw was a small guy knocking at these big guys. Entertainment, pure entertainment. So when I got into boxing, I wanted that same flair. I started boxing late. I had 12 amateur fights. I started boxing, learning how to box when I was 18. Had my first ever amateur fight just before I turned 20. And it's all been very, very quick. But my mindset is, if you're behind, you need to work harder. And I feel like that's why I've made it to this level.
We're looking at Benavidez on the pads right now.
He's looking sharp. He's looking sharp.
I was going to say, you've been through the best of the best. I know you'll know a lot more once you fight him, but in your opinion, from what you've seen, where does he rank amongst your toughest opponents?
Within the top 3, definitely. It's the world champions. They're world champions for a reason. Even when people ask me to rate Benavidez and rate Kovalev, it's like you can't do that because they're different stylistically. I fought them at different times. I fought Kovalev when I was an 18-fight prospect, and I've done it in Russia. And then Benavidez, I had a bit more experience, so you saw a better performance from me. But at the time, Benavidez was, this wrecking ball, undefeated, 18 fights, 18 wins, 18 knockouts, and I still pushed him and gave him his hardest test at that time. So I'm a confident person. I feel like I can beat anybody. There's just little tweaks I need to make, and we'll see Saturday.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thanks for the time, Anthony.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you. And now let's go into the ring, as Claudia is about to speak to the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
We're just waiting for a few minutes because he's taking pictures. Oh, yeah. It's okay. Hazte. Vente pa acá. That was a nice workout. And look at this. You get a chance to actually shadow box with your own son right here. How's this experience different? Oh, and your baby girl right there. Look at that. How is this experience different for you?
Oh, it feels really good. I'm really excited, really happy to be here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, able to perform for the beautiful people of Riyadh. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm very blessed. I'm happy to be here with my family, and we're looking forward to give you guys a good show this Saturday.
All eyes are on you. You're the man that has the crosshairs. You've been here before. But is there anything different? Does this feel different just because you're facing somebody that has also a very hard punching hand?
No, I've faced fighters that have that have a lot of power. I've faced fighters that are really motivated, and Anthony Yarde is another fighter like that. So this is something that I've seen before, but it's motivated me a lot. You know, I've worked extremely hard in my training camp. As you guys can see, I'm 100% ready. I'm already at weight, and I'm still moving like this. So imagine when I rehydrate all the way up to 190. So I'm very excited, very ready to give you guys a good show.
We're looking forward to that. And I have to take this opportunity to talk to Don Jose Benavidez, if you don't mind. Hi, baby girl. You are just as busy as your son with a lot of weight. You have 3 fighters in a card. How do you pull that off? How many hats do you have to put on and put off?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody here from Saudi for the opportunity. We're super excited to be here. We're going to give you guys a great show. David, the Mexican Monster, is going to put a great show, a spectacular show, and we can't wait for Saturday.
And then being in so many fights, how do you focus? How do you stay on point?
Well, David gives me a lot of confidence because he works really hard. He's super motivated. Right now, the sky's the limit, and he gives me all that confidence in the world to beat anyone right now. At 175, cruiserweight, he's the best right now.
And you know what they say, a family that fights together stays together. So best of luck. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Le quiero mandar un saludo a toda mi raza de los Estados Unidos, toda la raza de México, toda la gente que me apoya. Muchas gracias. Y sábado te voy a dar una pelea muy buena.
I don't think you need a translation for that, but thank you.
No, it's just I want to give a big shout out to the people of Saudi Arabia, everybody here in Riyadh, Turkey Al Sheikh, Green Magazine, Dazn, Premier Boxing Champions. You know, all you guys, I love you guys, and thank you guys for making this possible. And we're going to give you guys a great show this Saturday.
Alrighty then, back to you, Todd.
By the way, Dazn is the Spanish translation of DAZN, right, Sergio?
No, Todd.
Well, we have the best athletes on display Saturday night here in Riyadh. DAZN, the undisputed home of boxing, but also some of the best female athletes on display on DAZN as well.
We're not just competing, we're inventing, pushing the boundaries of stamina and speed. We're taking the titles, the big money, and writing history. How you like that? From new challengers to certified legends.
Oh, how about that?
This is where you watch. We're not here to play games. DAZN Women's Sports.
Well, the Ring and DAZN deliver a spectacular card this Saturday. The main event, David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. We return to the Kingdom December 27th for Ring 5, Night of the Samurai. Undisputed super bantamweight king Naoya Inoue puts all his titles on the line against the undefeated Mexican Alan Picasso. And then the females bring in the heat in the new year. Amanda Serrano, Erica Cruz running it back in Puerto Rico January 3rd. And on January 24th, future heavyweight star Moses Itamwa faces former world title challenger Jermaine Franklin in the Magnificent Seven. Which one of these two lions will leave Wembley as the face of English boxing? It's over! There's no way back from this! Let's make history! Nothing comes close to what we are witnessing here. The big left hand, unbelievable!
Is Itamwa the heir apparent? It's the biggest win of his professional life. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury lock horns all over again. And he's just done it! Round 1, destruction! He's out on his feet, they stop the fight! There's Ortiz just like that! These shots are really sweet from Stevenson.
No love lost between these two.
But I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world. I got something for you.
Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, the undisputed light heavyweight champion, and seal his place in history.
Indeed, DAZN is the ultimate home for boxing, and Riyadh, the ultimate fighting destination, has certainly become that. Guys, our final thoughts. How about the two athletes we got to speak to up here on the stage? We'll start with Anthony Yarde. Your impressions?
I'm impressed. I mean, wow. I mean, he's selling his own fight. I love hearing what he's saying. He's saying all the right things. We know he's a puncher. He's one of the biggest punchers in boxing. But I like the fact that he's intelligent about it. He's enjoying the show. He feels like he belongs. The championship experience that he picked up from Kovalev and Benavidez, now it's time to pay off.
As for Devin Haney, he says he'll be better than ever at 147 pounds.
I believe that, Ty. You see how big Devin Haney is standing next to us, standing next to a former 154-pound champion in Sergio Mora. So Devin Haney's a big guy. The weight cuts kill him. I think he's going to be better at 147, and he's going to show off that ring IQ on Saturday.
All right, that will be Saturday night, coming to you live here on DAZN. As for tomorrow, we're back right here at Boulevard City for the press conference. I'll be hosting that as we hear exclusively from all of the fighters on Saturday's card. Until then, so long for Mike Coppinger, Sergio Mora, and Claudio Trejos. I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you at 2100 Saudi Arabian time tomorrow night.
Live only on DAZN, November 22nd, the Ring 4. In boxing, gold is everything. And on this night, every fight feels like a main event. David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster, defends against Anthony Yarde, London's heavy hitter. A warrior who's gone toe-to-toe with the best and has the power to end anyone's night early. But the action doesn't stop there. Devin Haney, a two-weight undisputed king, chases history in yet another division versus Brian Norman Jr., the undefeated champ. While Bam looks to unify more of his division if he can break Fernando Martinez. Plus, Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes clash at lightweight for the WBO title. This is more than a fight night. It's 4 world titles in 4 different divisions. It's the night of the champions. The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
To score a goal like that, you could see what it meant to me personally.
Just all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Fight Week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fights, even before the bell rings.
I hope you guys enjoy this fight as much as I